1 minute until showtime.
Shit.
Your show will go live in 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Blog Talk Radio.
Shit. All right. Here we go. I'm doing this. I'm doing this shit because I love doing it. I can't help it. I fucking wake up thinking about this shit. And I always get to thinking about what level are you guys on. It never ceases to amaze me. I cannot tell what level you guys are on. Once you live long enough, you realize life is just a continuation of cycles you go through. I've gone through so many goddamn cycles. It's kind of crazy that I still go through them, or I still recognize going through them. But what's really dope about it is I handle each one. Let me give you a drink. I handle each one dealing in a world that's forever changing. It's continuously changing. And people want you to say, or want me to say, or agree that times have changed and I need to change my techniques. Well, I say to all who think that, bah, humbug. The thing is, the world is changing. People are changing. They're changing the way they think. And any other shit that I deal with it with the same recipe. I look at it, I accept it, then I handle it before it handles me. I get so many fucking emails. And they be suggesting what I could do. You know, I remember when people was telling me, man, your equipment is raggedy. And I didn't really care because you just need to hear the audio. You don't need to see me. I'm not doing nothing. But anyway, I bought all this new equipment, and they had also been telling me about Vimeo. So I, buy all this damn equipment and do some filming. Me and my partner Shante, they say, why you not on Vimeo anymore? Because Vimeo was not dedicated, but it was mostly about pimp shit. And I get no support from pimps. That's why I ain't on goddamn Vimeo no more. You know, they ask me, why are you on YouTube? I'm on motherfucking YouTube because I can reach people, not pimps. I ain't against pimps. I just know them motherfuckers ain't supporting me. Why am I doing any of what I do? First, I do what I do because I fucking want to. And second, I was on Vimeo, no support. I'm on Blog Talk now, YouTube now, Instagram, and all that other goddamn shit. But I gotta be a media type person for that shit to work for me, and I ain't getting on all that goddamn shit. That's why you don't ever see me on that shit. I got it all, but when I was getting it, I was thinking that I was going, be on that level. Got to turn on the phone or whatever all the time, and make these damn little things, whatever, Instagram posts, all that. Man, fuck no, I ain't doing that. So in that way, I'm losing. But that's the level I'm on, man. I'll take a loss. Shit, I know what level of life I'm on. I will take a loss. Especially if it's a loss that I've chosen. I just will. I'm telling you. Motherfuckers, excuse me, man, I just seen my gut. Motherfuckers be really trying to help me. They really do. They really be offering things that they feel is of value. But I'm telling you, fellas, do you know how many people tell me how to reach you guys? I mean, I'll tell y'all some things that you probably won't believe. I've been doing this shit for 16 years. I've been dealing with PayPal all those years. I never had to go to any other pay venue because, me, I'm a loyalist and the motherfucker's been paying me proper, so I stick with them. And real motherfuckers, they only need to know how they can get what the fuck you talking about. They don't really want to upgrade your goddamn equipment. They don't give a fuck if they gotta, listen to it like cavemen listen to shit, as long as they can hear it. Because they real. They looking for some real shit. Real motherfuckers do not try to convince you to use a platform that's conducive to something you want. No, a real motherfucker ain't gonna do shit but accept what platform you using unless he can't hear it. If it's whack and he can't hear it or can't see it or whatever the fuck he need to do to get it, now you gonna hear from that motherfucker. See, real motherfuckers is that they see it, they ask what is it, how could it be used, and if they want to fuck with it, they say how can I get it, and when will it be available? I mean, that's all a real motherfucker want to know. I get hella real motherfuckers, hella real motherfuckers, but I also get hella motherfuckers that want me to talk them into something. Want me to explain this. Will I be using this? Will I be using... Man, you motherfucker. I don't really try to do the hard sell. Man, you need this because blah, blah, blah. Man, look, if you want to get it, fine. If you don't want to get it, fine. Either way, you want it or not. So don't get me wrong. I appreciate all the suggestions that I got a couple of years ago when I spent all that money on Vimeo. I didn't spend it on Vimeo. I spent it on cameras and lights and a whole bunch of other shit. But I was making Hollywood's Finest with my partner Tay. I appreciate all the suggestions concerning Hollywood Finest in my other failed adventures. Because you got to understand, I cater to no one. But you got to admit that I have told you about some failures I experienced. That was two of them right there. Shit, Vimeo really must have spent $5,000. But that's it don't take me a loss to win. See, I don't even cater to the people that I need support from. You. Either you want to fuck with Bud, you want to fuck with this shit that I'm shooting at you, or you don't. And if you don't, I ain't mad at you. Because it's one thing about a real motherfucker. He readily accepts that his shit ain't for everybody. I know my shit ain't for everybody. So if you don't want to fuck with it, then you might be one of the ones it's not for. So no matter how it goes, I just hope I get to live a little longer so I can continue to drop these bombs on. Period. Now let's go on to something new. Well, it's not new, but it's a different subject. SWU new semester is coming in fucking October. And whether you know it or not, a new chance for you to enroll is also coming. It's here, actually. Now, being on or being in position to just being able to position yourself to get treated like you're supposed to be, like royalty. That shit is learned. Unless you're really born to a king or a queen, you have to learn how to command that respect. And you learn it at Sidewalk University. It does not just give you information that's going to transform your life. It trains you in how the shit is supposed to be used. It trains you because I give you assignments where you have to use what I've told you. On November 12th of this year, I'm getting I don't know what they're going to call it yet, but I've been informed that my past alumni from all over, from all over the United States and some out of the country are all flying into Vegas so we can shoot the shit and they show their appreciation for what they learned at Sidewalk University. I just got an email from, I ain't gonna mention the name, but Rachetti. Anyway, I just got an email from whoever, Rachetti, in I forget what, I think he said Southern Georgia. He's the director of an athletic program at a university. And he firmly believed he got his footing at Sidewalk University. He actually was one of the first ones to graduate in one semester, letting me know it can be done. The first one was Kwaku. But Rachetti, he did it too. And once I started really believing that you could do it, others started doing it because I didn't cater to them not being able to do it. So what I'm saying is Sidewalk University has a lot to offer you. So you need to get at me ASAP. And those of you who, have really been fighting with me, for a while, just listening to me, interact here and there. You already know this, but whenever I get a bunch of new dudes, I got to offer something. So I've been getting so many emails. I'm just telling you, this coming first is starting a new semester, but it's actually the last day that you can get 2 for 1. I'm talking about on any product. I ain't talking about Sidewalk University shit. I'm talking about my products. I've been doing this little sale. It's kind of been quiet because I don't really blast shit on Facebook like I used to. But shit, I'm doing good on it because I really fiend on doing these videos. I really do. I'm sure you can tell I like them. I've always knew that I was needed, but do you realize how much you need my videos? I mean, the videos, and especially me, survive on equal measures. That means I must always see what's what, and you need to realize who's who. Now, if we both do that, do our parts, we got a whole unit, and we can work. We can work something out together. I'm telling you, I've always been straight laced with you. I've always been straight laced with you. You know, especially when I talk about the little good that crumb's gonna do you. But, you know, if you was already alpha, you know, and you just needed some shit unseen and you heard a few of these crumbs, I'm sure you cool. You can pick it up because you understand, you know, information is supposed to be used. But, I mean, when you get the little crumbs from my shows, they'll really help. Because I am a person that's talking about stuff that's really useful. I do boast, but I'm not boasting. I just talk about shit that you really know you're going to use or need to know. Now, I'm still, and I always will, continue to drop these motherfucking bombs. And I ain't dropping them because I'm such a good guy. No. I'm dropping them because I can't help but spill some game whenever I speak. Because I'm gamed up. Fuck. Being gamed up, you know everybody ain't gonna understand what the fuck you saying. That's why I break shit down. Because I'm also educated. So, more than that, I know I have made or I have groomed some alumni to be motherfuckers in life. And they are giving it straight kudos to motherfucking Sidewalk University and Professor Dixon. And on November the 12th in Las Vegas, we haven't secured the place yet, but I'm going to do it. Let them know where it is. They paying for it. Because they love me. Because I help. I really fucking care. They really fucking see it. They don't give a fuck that I talk crazy and I be belittling them. Because they got to get smashed before they learn how to grow. Because they didn't fill themselves up with such bullshit. You got to break all that shit down. Show them where it's bullshit. Show them that you ain't hardly doing what you saying. And once they see that shit, a different person comes out. And that person wants to learn all the shit I'm talking. That person is no longer offended by me telling them that's some punk shit. I be having to stop them, man. I say that, but I don't want you calling your shit punk shit, motherfucker. But if it is punk shit, it's cool. 561, what's up with you, bro?
Pleasure talking to you, sir. I just have a quick question.
All right.
If it wasn't Nevada, where would you live?
In Cali.
California?
Yep.
Hmm.
Why?
Okay. Because I noticed a lot of people prefer certain coasts, like the West Coast and the East Coast. So they usually stick to it.
I'm a California guy. Excuse me. I'm California born and raised, and you know, I prefer it. But once I really, got older and started having a certain amount of money and not, chasing all the money, I couldn't afford California. And Las Vegas is hella inexpensive in comparison to California.
That's true.
So that's why I'm here, bro.
All right, thanks.
All right, man. Okay, you guys. I'm gonna keep going with this because this is really, really important. Because I know these alumni appreciate the fact that someone cared enough to steer them straight. They appreciate the fact that someone was brave enough to stand up to their bullshit, lying to themselves about what they can do, what they're going to do. Dude, please. My thing is the alumni and the students. They've grown to realize what I've done. And they learn that to really, really, really fully comprehend the meanings of the crumbs, you gotta have a cake. You gotta know there is a cake. You can't just be, like pigeons just walking around picking up crumbs. But you need to be aware, or beware, not be aware. Beware. You can get used to only getting crumbs and be afraid of getting the entire cake. Don't let that happen to you. And I just drop, bombs, gems. In order to be a man, you got to be able to be alone without needing any company. Company, women, and a bunch of other things that you take for granted are really perks that you've earned, and you've earned the right to enjoy them. If you take all the real important things that you've earned for granted, how can you gain real self-respect? If you take everything for granted, how can you get self-respect from this damn journey we on? If you take everything for granted, nothing means anything because to you, anything goes. No, man. You want to get respected and you want to gain respect for yourself. It wasn't me doing that, man. I thought I turned this fucking thing. Honey, I'm doing a video. All right. I'll call you back. All right. I'm sorry, guys. But, 718, I see you. What's up?
What's going on, Rosebud? I'm a first-time listener, and I've been checking out your information and material, and I really appreciate some of the things that you've been saying. But I have a few questions. Let me just go right at it because I don't want to waste your time.
Come on.
I was raised up in a church. Mother the pastor, grandmother the pastor of church. And when I hear some of the things that you say, my question to you is some of the things that you say about belief, is that rooted in pride of man, or is that more of a spiritual thing?
Bro, let me tell you something. If there is any angel in heaven, it's my mother. Everything I believe about belief is because of how much she believed in the church, in religion. Where the tithes you give 10%, she would get 90% and she would keep 10%. She would fucking do these rummage sales back in the 60s that would make $3,000 over a weekend. And she would fucking give all the money to the church. If we needed some bread and the store wasn't open, the only store was open was a liquor store, we couldn't get no bread. We couldn't go get it. She wasn't supporting none of that shit. What I'm saying, bro, I watched my mother believe everything that happened to her. And listen to this. When she got really fucking. No, this was before she was sick. So she was saying how God ain't gonna let her suffer when she died. And we said, not only talking about that crazy, you know. And when she got sick, she said that the Lord was gonna let her die at home in her bed with her 12 kids around her. And let me tell you something, man. It wasn't 12 of us because 2 of them had passed. But that is what happened. I swear to God, that's what happened. We all was there, standing around her, and she was in her fucking bed. Man, I got my belief from my mom, man. So what's your next question?
I guess I gotta put it together. I got a lot more for you, but I ain't gonna take up too much time.
No, you ain't taking too much time, man. It's cool. Let me tell you something else. My dad, he wasn't a slave, but his parents were, and or they was some kind of way under the slaves bullshit. But anyway, he thought so much about going to school that, you know, I was a pretty smart little dude. But let me tell you, if you ever said you don't know to him, you got a fucking whooping right then and there. And he'd tell you, you didn't even try to think. And he'd put his fist in your head and he called maul your head and use your head, boy. He said, man, I love my parents, man. I got everything I am from them in equal portions. I got my belief from my mama, and I got that I know I can do any fucking thing from my daddy. And that's me. Hey, listen to me, man. You got to hit my email, AskRosebud@gmail.com, because I'm going to reward you with some dope. Both of my goddamn audiobooks. Free.
Okay, I appreciate that.
Hey, make sure you hit me today. Put your area code and the first 3 numbers of your phone number in that email so I know it's you. And you got that free, man. 12 hours of dope.
Oh, wow, man. Wow, I appreciate it.
All right, man. Be cool. I'm finna get 313. What's up, 313?
What's the deal, Professor? This Rod Gray, how you doing?
Rod, what's happening, man?
I'm doing my thing, baby. I got a quick question. You know, I'd like to ask you about pro-black topics. When you was talking on the Black Panthers, how they started the lunch program, you know, I got to do my own research. And my question is, having our people identify through the trauma we went through, would that create more unification?
Well, it should, because for every other race it does. But for us, see, people don't realize this, man. It's a saying they all accept. One nigga is okay. 2 niggas, they finna start watching out. 3 niggas, you got a problem. That's how white people think. You can see 10 Japs. White people can see 30 Japs. They don't give a fuck. They see 3 niggas, something's going on. And that has been a separation factor in us coming together for anything, because niggas was raised, you can't be seen together because, you know, they gonna kill us. So we always fucking be, not always, but most times we be alone or with one person, especially if we got any age on us. So I'm saying, I ain't really saying blame it on this, but I'm saying that shit have a lot to do with it. This the only community a fucking Korean could come to this country and go to Koreatown. A fucking Chinaman could go to Chinatown, Japanese town, German town, Little Italy. But you only got the fucking ghetto where you don't have your language. You only got English. And Little Italy, they got all the Italian shit jumping off. In Chinatown, they got all the Chinese languages jumping off. All their traditions jumping off, all that fucking firecracker, whatever bullshit. Which keeps them being who the fuck they are. They made us half want to be Peckerwoods and 100% want to be niggas. But the majority of us aspire to do what white people want to do. That's what success is to us. We don't think about no Africa going out killing a goddamn lion to show that we a man. Them motherfuckers still do that in Africa and shit. Because shit ain't changed. They hold on to their shit. Not Africans, everybody, except niggas. Because the white man made sure you don't have nothing. Nothing to relate to but white. And that's what's going on. You feel me?
Yeah, that's fire right there. I ain't gonna. I also wanted to say, besides the appreciation, I think you cool for you to be your age and just the game you got, all that shit cool. How your parents influenced you. I want to be a role model for people around I know to make them want to get a fly.
Believe it or not, brother. Hey, believe it or not, you being a role model, just speaking up like you continuously do. Find yourself, you don't even sound like you out your 20s, man. Wait till you get in your 40s and you've been doing this shit for 20 years. You'll be that influential dude you talking about being.
Right on.
All right, man. Be cool, Rod. Hey, I hope I see you at that set, man.
Yeah, appreciate it. I gotta get the information on that. It's on.
Yeah, okay, man. It's in the alumni group.
It's on. I'm gonna tap in with it.
All right, cool. Hey, you guys. So, the most delightful thing, I'm talking about the most pleasing fucking thing that you can see, is your conversation doing what you intended on it doing. When you want to blush, not when I want to blush, but when I want to blush from baby, I know how to get it. When I want total attention, I know how to get it. I know how to get that and more. What I'm saying is when I want to take it to the bedroom, I mean, she damn near leading my hand. I'm just saying, you gotta understand, when you use a tool that you could have that could do that for you, show you things like that. See, I got those tools. I got them, especially 228, 227, 230. All of them don't, but them have specifics about a certain conversation that I ain't gonna even kick about. But I'm saying, man, you guys need to get on this shit. Every brother that bought the fucking tools are looking for the next one. Every person. Because it'd be dope. I break shit down on these tools all the way down to how to be sure you're doing it correctly. Man, get on this, man. Now, I also love me. I love me. And I know people be saying they love me too. Now, I'm going to read you something that this brother sent. Let me see. I hope it ain't long. Okay. He said, I love me some Bud. My life is like Popeye's life. He couldn't do no wrong in Olive Oil's eyes. She always said with those goo-goo eyes, what a man. That's how I feel when I look at myself. Just now in the mirror, I couldn't help but say, what a man. That's some dope. I didn't hear the brother just calling in. as an educated, well, not educated, but some pretty sharp questions. Before I did this video, I had been watching another video I did. And I even learned some shit off the damn thing. Listen, sometimes, I would say 30% of the time, listen to what I do. And that's just because I'm in here, whatever, and I need to hear whatever background, and I'm working on this computer, so I'm listening to my shit on this computer. But what I'm saying is, this shit I heard was dope. And it was a new beginning for me because I realized a couple important things. One, patience is a virtue. And I waited to get the feeling that I was getting from watching that fucking video. I didn't get the feeling while I was making it. And the second thing, people will inevitably gravitate towards what is right for them. And I'm seeing so many new dudes to the show. So many new dudes buying the course. So many buying the off-campus course. And it's because I was patient. I didn't rush it. I lived with that little money in order to make some big money. I was instant messaging with some of my alumni, and they was telling me about what they was thinking about doing for me. And it just was clear that these motherfuckers have grown. It just came to me that they're they're answering their own questions, which means they're really just about there. They will know they're there when they don't even have questions. They're not going to have questions asked anymore because they trust their thoughts. It's almost what they're thinking is right, and they don't even have to think about it. Once you trust your own thoughts, you become more responsible for what you think. This alpha shit, baby. All my friends have already experienced the shit I'm going through. My daughter, I didn't have her until I was in my 40s. I didn't have no kids to raise before then. And she, when she did decide to move, spread her wings, I was so at a loss. Because I had put my whole me into being dad. And if she talking about leaving, that means I'm not gonna have her here. And I was tripping for a while. And because I really enjoyed my time raising her. And I think she was 19, but she's 26 now. This was 19. She was about 19 when this happened. And she made that decision to move out of California. Now, I had some discouraging things to say and present her with. But like the Trojan she is, she didn't blink when she said, I can handle it, Dad. I was so proud, but I was so tripping. But I handled it. I said all that to say that's how I feel with my graduates from Sidewalk University. Not that I'm their dad, but I do feel like I'm rearing them. I do. And if you a baby, you ain't gonna be able to graduate. You ain't, because I ain't helping you. I'm going to only give you the assignments and explain to you what to do. It's up to you to take your punk ass out there and do it. So, I mean, I didn't have no babies. I graduated. You know, I had a couple jobs and I've been living, you know, on my own. No, I'm not talking about me. I'm talking about my daughter. She ain't got no babies. She graduated. She didn't had 2 jobs, but she ain't even got a job now, to tell you the truth. But well, I'm saying she's been living on her own for like 6 years. A couple of those years was with me. But if I gotta say so myself, being the kind of dude I am, I did a good job. She's grown. And if I have to say it, I'm doing a good job at Sidewalk University. Because every motherfucker that graduate see the man in themselves that they wanted to be. And it's almost as if I was born to do what I'm doing. See, lasting relationships are important. I think I told you about those a couple of times. And the foundation that I grew up in was a very stable foundation. My dad and mom was together till they, died. And it's just, I want that kind of stability for every one of you motherfuckers that fuck with me now. And that state, I believe the reason my family was so stable was because my parents wasn't having it any other kind of way. You gonna do this or you gonna get your ass whooped. And whenever you start smelling your nuts, you can go. That's what Pops used to say. Boy, you smelling yourself? No, sir. Because we had to say no, sir, and yes, sir to my dad. That motherfucker. But he taught us to be a man. Nigga, you better not say you don't know without thinking about it. He used to fuck us up for that. And don't hump your shoulder. Now you look like, what did he say? Whatever. He used to use a word that meant slave. But you do a boy, you lie to get a beat. You ain't gonna get no whooping. You getting a beat and you hump your shoulders. And we took all that with us when we grew up and as we matured and all this stuff. And I require that at SWU. I require it. I'm not accepting no fucking excuse. You can make one. And if you're happy with getting a certificate, you can go through the school and not get an A. And you can get a certificate of completion. I place no value on those. The only value is in graduating and getting a diploma. So, when you are in a real relationship, there's things you have to do because I'm committed to this relationship that I'm in with Sidewalk University. I've already seen what I have to offer, and the value in what I have to offer is great. And since it's gonna be like I'm gonna be married to fucking Sidewalk University, I want to make sure that it's providing everything that it can provide for our kids. And I made it legal when I opened it up. And from there, all either of us had to do was keep wanting to be better. And Sidewalk University, even though it's not a person, it continually wants to be better. And you know me, you know I want to be better. That's all I talk about is being better. So we just should understand the way you begin should be the way you end. That's a fact, a known fact. Now, I need to explain some shit. Well, maybe not explain it, but at least talk about this because it's very important to me. It actually, uh, I don't know, I think I'm sexy, but I'm not going to talk about sex. It's just I think I'm sexy. And I'm wondering, is it getting easier or am I adjusting to a life away from the limelight? I mean, I could be, I could not be. I don't know. I don't know, but whatever I'm doing, I'm going to keep my foot on the pedal and mash on. That's what I'm going to do. It's never too late. I know that. You can fail 9 times, and on the 10th try, you can nail it. Then you won't even remember them goddamn 9 times you failed. I ain't stopping. I just ain't. I am fucking going to the end. Now, the tools that I was talking about earlier, I mean, I'm letting you get 2 for 1, or I'm letting you get any mixed 10, whatever 10 you want for $200. So, I mean, I think that's a good deal. Look, I'm here in Vegas, as hot as a motherfucker. And I'm running into so many broads that think they are the shit. I just don't really understand what makes women. Well, I take it back. I was finna say something, but I do understand. It's the same thing that make you motherfuckers do what you do. I was finna say, what make them think they, the shit when, they got shit and they weaved up there to look like starch, and I mean, their shit is dirty. And then if you see them 2 days in a row, they got the same shit on. Well, I do that too. But I'm just saying, come on, I be trying to do it. I dress down. I don't be trying to be dressed because that causes me too many problems. But what I'm saying is, you fucking look at this shit and you see that they're all pretending. I don't really pay that much attention to the women. That's why I probably didn't really notice it. But they are in such a pretending frame of mind. Everything is like, well, I'm not gonna say that Kardashian bitch, but I'm saying they, want everything to be on the large level. Uh, champagne dreams and fucking Red Mountain fucking realities. See, I can't see myself or any reputable motherfucker really fucking with the level of women that really is out there thinking they're the shit. They be having purple, white, green, blue, all these colors in their hair. And some of them, they have these colors, and their hair is down to their ass in these colors. I mean, if it looks good to you and it looks good to the woman that's wearing it, I ain't tripping. But let me tell you something. I just couldn't fuck with nobody who had that shit in their head. Now, I do live on the lower end of the city. I live on the north side in this straight ghetto. I live in blood country. But my place ain't ghetto. Cause I ain't ghetto. What the fuck was that? I heard that shit, but I don't know what it was. But I ain't ghetto, so I'm careful who I let in, who I get out of my car around. And what? God damn it. I don't know what the fuck happened. But I ain't continuing without blog talk. But to be continued.